All right, we're a little early today. I'm trying to make up for the times I've been late for a few minutes, or something like that. So we won't get seriously started until 8 p.m. for all of those who have it on their calendars and know what time to be here. So we have 2 minutes to kill, and in those 2 minutes, I'll talk to you a little bit about what we're going to be doing. But first, I'm going to take a shot at introducing you to this card game I invented. And I invented it a couple of years ago. Actually, had it produced in United States. We had it totally made in the United States. It was a little bit more expensive, but I wanted to make it US made. I don't know why. Pride getting it made by people that, I knew I was giving business to people here. But anyway, it's a card game based on chess. And it has enough things that if you follow it, it'll help you actually learn the piece values and understand a lot of the strategy that we've been teaching, you'll see in the game and be able to utilize through the game. So the game actually has educational purposes or educational benefits towards chess. And at the same time, it's just a fun card game. And I've had kids as young as 4 years old playing it. So it's a great way to play with youth, to play with, give it to youth as a game. It's a one-on-one card game, and I'm sure they will come up with variations where you could play, teams of two against two and four against. You can, I'm sure you can make up other variations, but the game is designed to be two-player. You have white cards and black cards. So you have white and black pieces. You have the same thing, and I think it's pretty cool. It's fun. Been playing it for a while. It's been definitely well play tested. So I will be showing this advertisement, and I actually have a video that I'm going to have to load up. It's pretty large. I'll see how hard it'll be to load it up. But hopefully, I can even show you guys the video so you can see like, oh, cool. You can see how it's kind of played. The music's a little cheesy behind it, but we'll live with it, right? You'll get to check it out. So tonight we are doing our lecture followed by our tournament, right? So we're going to have our world championship qualification tournament, and I actually created a Nightbot for that, just so that I can throw that out there. Any of you can call on that one. Just exclam WCQ for World Championship Qualifier. So if you ever want to do that. So we're going to be going over for the concept I want to talk about is transitioning from the opening to the middle game. So we've talked about this before, but we need to spend more time in it. I find that a lot of my beginners, when I get them well enough that they are developing their pieces, they're not giving away a ton of free candy. Next step, the next big, and that's what I'm looking for. I am looking for these big chunks. How do I help people improve? Number one thing that I can help a flat out chess now learned how all the pieces move, right? We're going to teach you the rules of the game. You got to know what legal castling is. You have to know what en passant is, how pawns move, how pieces move. on how to do very, very, very basic checkmate. I watched the game the other day, yesterday. We gave a lesson to Mr. Breadcrumb, and he had trouble checkmating his opponent when he got down to a king and a rook against a king. Did not know how to do it. We didn't have time. He had to fly. Parents like, okay, get off that computer. It's time for you to do something else, like get to sleep. But we are going to work with him on the basic checkmates. I told him to go ahead and look it up on Lichess. But the point is, once you get past those basics, hey Flavio, once you get past those basics, I have a new bot for you. I don't know if you could see the previous chats when you get here. I've never figured that out. I know you can't on other tools, so there you go. That's a new one you can throw out there anytime you want. Hey, Ntix, how are you, my man? So basic basics. What do I teach? Free candy, right? And that's where we're going to use. I'm gonna quote movies as much as I can. In fact, I've got a new theme coming up right now. We're doing superhero theme. That's what I'm. 99% of the time, I'm doing superhero theme. It's going to change, guys. I'm not going to give it away, although you'll figure it out. But anyway, I will tell you that we're going to take everything we can and give nothing back. That's going to be based out of free candy. You're going to take all the free candy you can and give nothing back. And so, free candy is the number one thing I believe to help someone from when they only know the rules to getting to the next phase, right? When they're getting good enough to learn the next part of the game. The next part of the game, which we spent with Mr. Breadcrumbs on yesterday, was develop, develop, develop. Okay, and you know me, I joke about it being the first three goals, the top three goals in the opening: develop, develop, develop. And I still watch beginners who don't develop their pieces and they push pawns, they move their queen out early and they keep the queen out, and that's all they do, and as if they're going to win the game with their queen. So I've got to tell you, we've got to get to the point where we are developing our pieces, which includes the fourth goal of king safety. So castling is part of development because it allows the rooks to gossip. Those rooks love to talk either horizontally or vertically. They want to gossip. There are no other pair of pieces that do that. Now, the knights can talk to each other. The knights are weird when they talk to each other, right? But rooks, they talk to each other. They become as powerful as a queen. And we've talked about this a numerous amount of times. I argue that the queen is worth 10, especially for beginners, because they do not feel comfortable playing two rooks against a queen. They would much rather have the queen against two rooks. So why am I going to say a queen is worth 9, two rooks is worth 10? Chess confuses, and they'll make mistakes thinking I'm going to trade to that situation. All right. So after free candy, take what you can, give nothing back. After develop, which includes king safety, the next thing that we have to worry about is how to transition from that opening to the middle game. How do we move on to the next phase of the game? How do we slide into that? And the way we're going to do that, is talk about tactics, targets, and just taking advantage of your development. Remember, to race, you want to get there way before we can get there. That's our goal. So today we're going to work on transitioning. All right, guys, let's see. I'll say hi to the chat before I move on. You bought a book by Artur Yusupov. Probably a good book. I have no idea. It depends on where you're at. And it depends on how much you read and how well you read it and how you apply what you read to what you do. So any book can help. Any book could not help if you don't get anything out of it. Tons of good books out there. I have my own recommendations of books I prefer. One of them is The 300 Most Important Problems or Positions by Lev Albert. Love that book. Another book, very old book that I really like is My System by Nimzovich. So, maybe we should pick one of these days and we could do book reviews. You guys can chime in. We could go over books. I can even show you. My daughter's just started streaming, and she is streaming about books on her bookshelf. So if you guys want to go out and find her and follow her, that'd be great. But she streams Saturday mornings, 1 solid hour, and she is pulling books off of her bookshelf. Ones that she's read, she reviews, and that's all it is one book per session. But she's now actually pulling down a book and going to read it. She hasn't read it yet, so she has 1 week to read it and then review it for everyone. So she's using it just like a lot of us. I found out a lot of us are streaming chess because we want to get better at chess. Mine's a little bit of a different story. I want to help you get better at chess. I love teaching. So, but right? But a lot of times it's somebody wants to get better at chess. Well, she wants to get back to reading more, and she likes to write. She is a writer, but she wants to read more. So she's doing this thing. It's called Bookshelf. In fact, I'll give her a shout out, and you guys can follow her if you like. Let's see. There you go. Pretty sure I got that right. Um, so yeah, it's pretty cool. And like I said, Saturday mornings, she does it 10:30 to 11:30. And what book is she doing this week? I remember the book she picked because she had to read it. She hadn't read it yet, and it's a book I had read. Oh, she's doing Percy Jackson. She had never read Percy Jackson as a teenager. So she's going to be going over the Percy Jackson, one of the books out of the Percy Jackson series. Good, good. Check it out, Mauricito. I enjoyed watching it, and But anyway, my point is, I think I'll steal from that a little bit, and we can do. I will show you the books on my bookshelf, and I will show you the books I read the most, and the books I felt I got the most out of. Now, I used to have, I'll confess, I used to have about 50 to 100 books on my bookshelf, chess books. I started reading and watching. What is it? Monday, uh, Monday, the one about cleaning up, getting rid of stuff, paring down, minimizing. Marie Kondo. Marie Kondo. So I started reading Marie Kondo. And when I read Marie Kondo, I said, okay. So I got rid of clothes. I got rid of a ton of clothes. That's why all I have left is superhero clothes. I got rid of a ton of my clothes. I got rid of a ton of books and papers. I do artwork. I had tons of art material that I haven't used in 20 years. I probably won't use for 20 years. So I gave that away to people I know that their kids are doing artwork right now. So they're getting used instead of gathering dust in my basement. Life changer, guys. Life changer. Marie Kondo, life changer. Just my all my clothes fit in my dresser now. My clothes that I hang up are hung up a certain way, uh, you know, feng shui type things. Marie Kondo, it was nice. It was good. And anyway, so my bookshelf right now is much smaller. And the only books I kept on my bookshelf were books I hadn't read yet that I want to read, or books that I read and I love so much that I know I want to read them again. And I want to be able to loan them out. You guys probably know by now, if you know me, I'm a movie buff. I collect movies. I've got like almost every superhero movie there was. I keep collecting them. I love movies. But again, you watch them a couple of times. That's it. You put them on Vudu and you can watch them online. And now, you get the channels. You don't need it, right? So what do? I take the movies, I loan them out. I loan out my movies to other people. I get to get them to enjoy the movie that maybe they've never seen. So I would love to do sessions talking about movies and talking about books. But maybe to keep on the chess theme, we could talk about books on chess and movies, chess movies. We can have a session where we do that. So, you know me, I'm gonna make a note. I'll write it down. We'll add that to our list of things. Chess books. I will get you my chess books, my bookshelf, stealing from my own daughter, and then I will do movies. We'll start with chess movies, and then we'll see. Maybe do something else. Yeah, this one. No, this one is Captain America, but it's I think it's when he was running through It's in one of the one of the movies, I believe. Oh, let's see, 9 books in total. All right, so are you selling his books because you're doing pretty well here? Has 3 levels of chess. I like that. I like it when people write their books to a certain level of ability because that's what we're doing here. We're teaching to a certain level of ability. I thought it was 1800 and below on Lichess, but I'm starting to believe it might be 2000 and below on Lichess will benefit from the way we teach and what we teach. All right. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's a good plan. I mean, and if you like the way he writes, you like his style, and he gets through to you, that's all you need. I will tell you, my system loved the book, but it's like reading Brothers Karamazov. Yeah, it takes some work. He's got a weird sense of humor. He was not English was not his language, so you have to be willing to work through some of the books, right? So if Yusupov is writing books that you like that work for you, awesome, Mauricito. Let us know what you think about it, and let us know how well it helps you improve. Oh yeah, yeah, you could definitely watch the VOD on hers, Flavio. I got it working. I'm still working with her to improve things like her background, but all right. Oh, good, good. All right. So we're going to go over a couple of games to talk about these things right up here, right? Finding targets, picking an area, and what to do when you're ahead. And we're going to go through the games from last week's World Championship qualifier. I have a half an hour left because the tournament will start at 8:45. It's already set for that. So we have this game, and Flavio is playing Chess Wizard, and Flavio is playing the Birds opening. Flavio, you're a man after my own heart. This is what I played for. I still play when I play serious chess. Believe it or not, guys, I play the birds. That's what I play when I play serious chess. Chess Wizard is, and he's played against the birds against me a few times when we earlier in his chess class. But this is like interesting that he's run into it and he's playing this variation, and I've never seen him play this variation. So all right. And he was a trainer for others. Yes. So, um, and it might have been behind Karpov and Kasparov, but he was training grandmasters. So awesome, awesome. And so Flavio's playing one of my favorite openings. Interesting move here. Not a development move that I would say per se. And so now he's at three pieces versus three, but his opponent is playing very passive. And we get a second move by a piece. And you guys know what I say about that. That's totally against the principle of speedy development, right? We're moving the piece twice. That is not expediting our development. And he really doesn't have any great targets. So why is he doing that? I have no idea. Flavio decides he's going to fianchetto the bishop, I guess. We're not analyzing the game. We're looking for when do we get to the point, like right now, where Flavio only has one more piece to develop. So he can now, if not the move before, he's got four pieces developed. His opponent has only three, but they both castled. And now Flavio can start looking for ways to break open the game. He's ahead on development. He should look for ways that he might be able to break open this game. Now, the one rule for transitioning from the opening to the middle game is if you don't have a plan, if you don't know what to do, this is very important, guys. You do not know what to do, you're not allowed to move a pawn. Why? Pawns don't go backwards. You cannot take that move back. You can make the mistake with a piece. You could go here and then go, oh, no, that's not good. I'll bring it back the next move. I can go here and, oh, no. Well, these are both really bad, by the way, because they lose a pawn. But the point is that we have to make sure that if we're going to move a pawn, it has to be a good move, the move we want to make, versus if it's a piece move, we can always take that back. So Flavio does well in that vein. He says, well, I'll develop the queen, allow the rooks to talk. They're going to gossip now. So awesome. Now he's fully developed. And so now on this move, he's got to decide what to do, right? He's got to find a plan. And is his plan to attack the queen side or the king side? Now, a lot of you guys say, well, oh, always wherever the king is, wherever the king is. If the king's over here, I'm going to attack here. If the king's over here, I'm going to attack here. And that's fine. And at our level, that's fine. Because if you can get to the king and you win the game, right? The game's over. But sometimes position dictates that you actually should be attacking away from where the king is at, getting advantages, dominate, win some material, and then maybe go get the king later. You don't remember to play that you played this opening? Oh, okay, you did. Um, At least that's what it shows for me here that you did. But it also shows that you lost this game, by the way. So, what it might have been. I don't know. Oh no, this one's a draw. It's a draw. I don't know why it says 0-1. It says 0-1 up here in my chapters, but at the end of the game, it says it's a draw. So that's interesting. Anyway, so Flavio moves the pawn. I'm going to take it. This might have been not a I don't know what to do. It's I'm going to keep the bishop out because I don't want this. And I want to be able to push this pawn somewhere. And if I push it first, then this, I'm going to have to trade off my knight, blah, 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 blah. Okay. All right. No, 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 Mauricio. I'm trying to teach. I'm a teacher. I'm a teacher. I'm not a GM. All right. So if I was a GM, I'd be charging you guys for lessons. Okay. I'd be charging you for one-on-one lessons. But by the way, you guys get free from me. You can have a lesson. You just have to get in the queue. Again, if you go look at the About page on my channel, you'll see the queue for those to get lessons. Mr. Breadcrumb was Mr. like the fifth or sixth one down, but because the other four couldn't make it yesterday, he got to go. So Mr. Breadcrumb moved up. So just because you're the last one on the list doesn't mean that you have to wait to be the last. Um, really? You don't think this one? Because I didn't even do anything but slide it over. Oh, you're right. I am looking at a game, but it's way down here. It's number 13. You're right, Flavio. Oh my gosh, Flavio, I'm so sorry. That is not your game. I was looking. I thought I clicked on the first game, you against Chess Wizard, but this is actually a game between LLNP and Magician 60. You're totally correct. It is not yours, Flavio. My bad. I just thought I was looking at the first game. I'm looking at the last game I ported in. By the way, I took all the games from the World Qualifier last week and I put them into a study. And it's a public study. So all of you can go see the games from last week's qualifier. And I'm going to do the same thing from this week. I will put all the games into the same place so you can see all the games from the second week's qualifier. All right, so this was LLMP. Now I understand he's playing the birds because I know he plays the birds. And this is Magician, which means I understand now because I was thinking it was Chess Wizard, not the game I expected to see. But anyway, good news. Pushes the pawn and attacks the center and stops one short. This one I mean, why not? Why not go all the way, guys? Why not? What is this? The question has to be to yourself, what does this move do for me? It protects the pawn. Well, the pawn is protected, only attacked once. I can dominate the center, right? I can dominate the center. So if you're going to move a pawn, you need to have the plan. Why am I doing it? Where am I going? You can, Flavio. You can. It's a dangerous opening, right? GM Benjamin Feingold would say, "Never move F6," and we're doing F4, right? He would not be happy with this opening. It's not dubious. It is, and especially if you played as the Dutch in reverse, because no one complains about the Dutch. That everybody says the Dutch is a nice solid opening for Black. Well, if you played as the Dutch in reverse, you're fine. All right. So the point we're making here, though, is we're looking for a plan to transition from the opening to the middle game. So why not all the way? Why not dominate? Why not control and clamp down on the center? That's what we would want. This move kept the bishop, so we can go all the way. And I wish he had. That would be more in keeping with what he looked like he was trying to do. Obviously, you should count. You got two. He has three, so you're not going to take unless you're willing to just open that up. So he decides to push, and again, we're back to a plan. Okay, so he decides to push, and now what is his plan? Because this bishop now is biting on granite. So that bishop, the plan might be to better this piece. The point being that when you get to this point, when you're trying to transition to the middle game, and you're trying to find a plan, and if you don't know what to do, we're not going to push a pawn. This one, I think he knew what he wanted to do. He wanted to ramp up over here and maybe break open. But he needs to realize, how am I going to better my pieces? The bishop needs to come here to get some scope. Right now it's hitting on nothing, granite, right? It's not going anywhere. This knight might want to get here, but it might also want to come here and find a way to get over. You might want to push these pawns, clear them out, get the king out of the way. Okay, so let's see how the game progresses because we know this one ends in a draw. So he immediately repositions the bishop. I have no complaints. That was nice. And he's driving the knight in. Now, this knight is left to his own devices. So, again, it would be nice to be able to get more pieces going. This knight, yeah, so what? Not attacking anything that's not well protected. He's only attacking pawns. I'm envisioning the queen coming out here. He sacks instead, guys. You gotta like it. Sacks the piece. You attack with pieces, not with pawns. And he's oh, look at this. Look at this. This is beautiful. He did basically like a Greek gift, but with a knight. Like with a knight. I love it. I love it. And he kind of backed off, right? He could have taken and totally try to destroy his king side. And the queen is way here out of the game. The bishop's out of the game. The knight's actually out of the game. So look at all these pieces that have been pushed out of the game. He needs to keep staying brave and staying aggressive. And maybe taking here was the answer because then the bishop isn't protected either. So if we go back, we have threats like this. If he takes with the knight, he loses the bishop, so he can't do that. He's got to take with the pawn. Now you start feeling, maybe I'll go here. Maybe I could still come back here. What do I want to do? Do I want to come back here and hit that twice? I mean, this is going to be hit no matter where I put my queen. So if I can find a nice, good spot to put the queen, and then maybe the knight comes out here next, I'm thinking he's looking good. Looking good, guys. But he backs up, and we get this fork, which of course he doesn't have to allow him to. Oh, he takes. So he could have taken the bishop. But then the queen would take back, threatening checkmate. You have no way out of it. The knight goes here, it just gets taken off. All right. So he could have just backed up. Then he lose the knight. Okay. So he's gonna lose something. He decides to lose the bishop. So white should win this game, it looks like, right? I mean, but white is already down to 4 minutes and 30 seconds because white took forever to decide about the sack. But we're not going to finish this game because all we're talking about is transitions. We see that white transitioned into the middle game with a sacrifice and an attack because he was ahead in material and he's ahead in tempos and he still can get the knight in. This knight still has no play. The queen is totally out of the game. The reason I believe this one ended in a draw, if I remember correctly, was because he was running out of time. He was flat out running out of time. His opponent offered him a draw, or he offered his opponent a draw, and they accepted, which for him was good because he was down to less than a minute. Time management, guys, time management. All right, let's check out the game I accused this of being, which was the Flavio Chess Wizard game, which Flavio did lose the game, though. And let's see what our intrepid chess wizard does. He's playing his game, but I'm not going to talk about it too much because you guys have to look it up on your own. He's having fun playing a gambit, and his opponents have to find the right moves. And uh, you know, this is looking good. This is what he's looked up, studied, figured out that he wants to play, and he's getting to play it. So and Flavio's finding good moves, guys. That's part of the things about a gambit, right? Um, Still giving up stuff, but he's getting stuff back. In fact, if I check, trying to check at this point. Let's see. Do I usually count three minor pieces, three minor rooks, and we have two pawns gone for white. No, one pawn gone for white. We have double pawn. All right. So actually, black is not that. There's no gambit anymore. He's equal in material. Now, the bad news is white has two pieces developed and a rook, and black has only these two. He has a pawn that's hanging, but he's got no pieces developed, and that'd be really dangerous. He plays dangerously. He goes for it, and so we're going to get that other bishop out. Now, again, do we go all the way? Now, going one, you protect this square, right? So the knight has one less square. The knight can't get there anyway until he gets more support, right? Because the knight would just take. So I kind of like all the way because it's again more aggressive, opens more space. I might suggest that this would have been a better way to start. Okay, but we get only one square. Queen tries to back out, and the bishop decides time to develop. And I'm looking at this now. We're missing the fact that this is attacked now twice. But maybe we're not missing it. Maybe we have plans. Maybe there's some alternatives going here. Again, I would have liked it if this was here. But anyway, he does take, we trade off, and we castle. So now we're down. We have 3 pawns. We have 3 pawns versus one. Black has chomped up a ton of pawns, and white needs to get back into the game as far as momentum. So even here with the castle, it's one of those, do I castle? Can I find a way to start chasing my opponent? The one thing that comes to my mind is this. Okay. And what am I saying? I'm saying that we're actually getting right into, I mean, we already came out of the opening, right? A bloody mess in the opening. But now white has to start finding ways to take advantage of situations. So tactically, you guys got to check it for me. You know me, I make mistakes just like everyone else. I don't know why this isn't good. Now, I can take here, but I'm not even going to take that way. I'm going to take with the queen. Because now we get double attacks. And if he comes back, we could just step up and say, you can take my rook because I'm going to mate you. So this might be more fun way to play it. Okay, but anyway. So now we're transitioned, and now black, if we look at black, black has one piece developed, no king safety yet, but he's only lost one pawn. So white has to quickly launch an attack. White cannot allow black to finish developing and solidify his position. None of that. Can't have it. And again, I would have loved for this pawn to have been here instead of here. So what do? We develop the knight with tempo attacking the queen. What do we do from here? Okay, we're setting up a discovered attack, right? Coming back. Coming back isn't a bad thing by itself. But again, can we be more aggressive? Can we go after the queen? I don't know, right? You might get moves like this. But then we have 3 pieces attacking, and he only has 2 protecting, so we should win at least a pawn back. We need to win a couple of pawns as white because we're down. Look at this, pass pawn. Oh, just so much, so much. Anyway, all right, that was that game. Let's go on to another one. Again, we're looking for transitioning to the middle game. Oh, sorry, I should check your guy. I should check my. I get on a roll on teaching and then I forget. Hey, Blizzard. Hey, how are you, Blizzard Tech and Hawkums? Hey, guys, I have new things on. Maybe our next follower will let it happen. Acid Experience. Wait, I missed it. So it didn't work. Thank you for the follow, Acid Experience. Now I'm really frustrated because I have a brand new follower thing that's supposed to pop up. It's supposed to be really cool. And you followed within the last 12 minutes. It should be showing. I don't know why it's not working. Um, frustration, frustration. Yeah, my brand new thing overlay. It's supposed to do stuff. It's obviously not here. And I'm supposed to also have down here at the bottom like latest follower and stuff like that. I tried porting it in. Frustration. All right. Anyway, back to work. It's going to be really cool whenever I get those announcements for subscribers, for followers, and for cheers. They're really they were really cool. They're really cool. I even tested them. Really frustrating that they don't seem to be working. You told me Streamlabs OBS. Well, I tried Stream Elements. Right? I tried Stream Elements. I thought they were pretty good too. So I might have to do that. Oh yeah, it's good to expand, Hawkins. You don't want to be London only, but actually, there's also something really good to be said for learning an opening inside and out and being an expert at an opening. And then you can work, you can expand later, but if you know that opening in and out, then you get straight to the middle game, right? Because you know how to play the opening. You don't have to worry about the opening. You get to a middle game, and then you can start working on that part of your game. So I'm just a little frustrated that my thingies aren't working. You're gonna even make me want to go check out why my thingies. I have my overlay set. It's got the right thing on it. I don't think and I even have enable sound. It was supposed to make a really cool sound. And it's on the top, so it should have worked. and it doesn't seem to have worked. Anyway, that's just a little frustration on my part. And my regular alerts should have worked still too, and they would have been up top. And maybe they did, and I didn't notice them. Okay. Why was March? Huh? Like okay, I've been playing since the end of March. Like 3 weeks, I didn't play from a house remodel. Okay, March. Why was March deleted? I don't know what you mean by March. I don't know which March was deleted. All right, back to this. So we are playing the Karo Khan, and we play, and we're looking at when do we transition to the middle game. So some things, and some of these are standard, fine, but still the queen is out early. If I'm talking to I'm teaching beginners, I don't like the queen out early. I don't like the knight not in its best square, and there's no reason that I can think of not to go here. There's no reason to save this square. It's not like we have a light square bishop. So don't know what's going on without the knight being there. This is okay, but there's other ways to protect that, like this one already is. And now we've transitioned from the Caro-Kann into a French, by the way, and now we've did a good job of getting rid of the base. We do have a little bit of a hole, but the queen is not as well placed as it could be. So nice, nice, good job of trying to get rid of the bishop. Should be able to force the change of the bishop. Yep, bishop goes away, and somehow this is just free candy blunders, guys. Just free candy blunders. Yep, and he sees it. All right. So when did this game transition from an opening to the middle game? So one of the fun things is even trying to determine when does a game get to the middle game? When do you decide? What do you guys say? When does a game go from opening to middle game? And I will tell you this, that in opening, for me, I say until you have all your pieces developed and launched your plan, until you have your pieces developed, you're still in the opening. If you have all your pieces developed, you're you get to go into the middle game. And how comes that would fit for me? Because guess what? For your rooks to be connected, you have to have removed everything from the back rank and castled, or moved your king up. So totally agree. Rooks are connected. I like that. I totally like that. It did not get deleted. You put a point after the word March, and you did not give it a space. So which gives another color like it was a link. Okay, I don't know what any of that is about. But hopefully I won't miss any more announcements. Did you guys see the announcement for Asset Experience, at least a little one that comes up at the top? Hopefully you did. I was busy looking up at the screen, so maybe that's why I missed it. All right, so transitioning to the middle game here makes sense. Okay? Okay. All right, let's check another game. And we only have about 10 minutes. So I'm looking for transitioning to the middle game. Look at this beautiful development, but then we get again, and this one is LLNP moving a piece twice in the opening. Again, he has 3 pieces to develop. So I prefer that he develop his pieces first, but I understand the opening, but he's also, unless I'm mistaken, is going to drop a piece. So I don't understand. Takes, and now he drops a pawn, doesn't he? Yeah, that just drops a pawn. So once again, right? Once again, if we go by the rules that we talked about, develop. If he focused on developing faster than his opponent, he would say, I can't move that piece twice because I first have to develop my pieces before I move a piece more than once. Right? Okay. Any questions there? Do you see how I mean, you have to develop your pieces. That has to be the primary job. It's the first, second, and third goals. So if you say, well, I made a mistake because I didn't count that it was 2 against 1, but it shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter if you counted wrong because you shouldn't be doing it, right? What was it gaining you? It's not a threat of mate. There's no great threat here. Yeah, you threaten this 3 times, but you force him to make a good move. So you're making a move with no good reasoning and you're spending time to find it, right? And black took 40 seconds. 40 seconds. And there was an increment of 3. So that's 43 seconds we took to give away a piece instead of continuing development, guys. You with me now? You gotta develop. You gotta develop. You gotta get your pieces out. Number one job: develop, 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 and then you wouldn't have the problem of losing material. Talking about going into the end game, having lost material, and so now he's down a pawn already. And White's job is what? Finish developing. Look at this. Beautiful job. Fully developed now. And Black still isn't developed. And he has to push a pawn because one was hanging, right? This one was being threatened. All right. So, right. You don't just move. No, can't do it, right? Blizzard can't be doing that. We need to develop our pieces. All right. So transitioning to the middle game at this point, it would be what do I have? I'm up a pawn. So, and this is the hard part. Once you've developed your pieces, and you don't have to develop them all. You might find tactical opportunities, and the best way I know to find tactical opportunities are for alignment, right? I got a bishop and a queen. It's a battery. They're lined up. What else do I have? I have nothing. I have nothing. He's got nothing. Okay, so I don't have any other good alignments, but I'm up a pawn. So one general rule is trade off pieces, not pawns when you're ahead. So I could do that. Um, yeah, sure. Sorry, I don't see you as having requested to join the tournament team though. And ticks. So let's give you the join thing here. Make sure that you go out to the 4 live stream. And if you're not on the team, I'll put you on the team. So I don't know which tournament team you tried to join, but it should show up here at the top of um, my window, and I don't see you up here requesting access into the team. But I'll double check real quick before we even get started. I'll do it right now. I do. It is there. So I have no clue why it didn't. Why it's not. You know what? It's not showing up. It's supposed to show up. You're in now, buddy. I don't know why. I seriously don't know why it didn't allow you in. Now, if it doesn't allow you in the tournament, it'll be because your rating's too high. But I don't think it is. So you should be good to go. Should be good to go. You're welcome, sir. You're welcome. Sorry that there was a delay. So, good job. Doesn't move a pawn when he doesn't know what to do. Now, why this file? Maybe he's looking at opening this up. Maybe. There were other files to play on, but that's fine. He could even take and double up the pawns and then go attack these weakened pawns. The bishop is kind of has no retreat squares, so he has to be a little bit worried, a little bit leery if Black can get this pawn supported. So Black should get a rook here because then he'd be threatening to win the bishop, right? You push, if you take, he takes, and you lose your bishop. So this could turn out bad, but we developed the bishop, which needed to be developed. But again, an exception might be, hey, I'm going to trap this bishop. But anyway, we get the push and we get the trap anyway. Believe it or not, White steps into it. White says, hey, if I go here, you'll go here and you'll attack my bishop and I'll have no place to go and I can't go backwards. So White somehow won this game, by the way. I'm going to think this one was on time. Took back with the queen, and now Black is up 2 points, right? Because he just got a bishop for 2 pawns. So now Black is rather happy. And White, I don't understand trading when you're down, but, and they're actually close on time. This move is interesting, right? Trying to protect a pawn. And again, I think that's a small mistake because there's no bishops. There's no bishops to attack this king. The king wants to get off the back rank anyway and become active because we are transitioning to the end game already. We're getting very close to the end game. So no rush. This is not really a threat now. And you could take your time to get this bishop into the game, to get the pawn into the game. And the knight's doing fine. There's no reason to be running the knight away too quickly. All right. Yeah, I no, because you can trade the queen in the like third or fourth move. So I'd say no. I'd say no. To me, the transition to the end game is always based on development, at least of one side. But even I mean, any books you find, there is no clear delineation. I try to make it when one side is finished or near finished development. Maybe if you only have one more piece like the queen to develop, or but I do like what was said earlier. I do like it when the rooks can talk, saying that. All right. Chess low enough to join the tournament. Yes, 1 point. And if you win this, and if you win the qualifier, you'll probably disqualify yourself anyway for the candidates because you'll have to go over 1800. But I wouldn't worry about that. Play your best. All right. Let's go check out the tournament. It should be starting any moment. Let's see. That one is starting in 51 minutes. That should it? Shouldn't be 51 minutes, guys. No, it's starting in 3 minutes and 48 seconds. Scared me there. And we only have 5 people signed up so far. I'm going to send out a little reminder to everyone because, we want them to play. We want to see if we can get as many in we can. Qualifier is starting in 2 minutes. Don't miss your chance. Qualify for the Under 1800 World Championship. And that one to be the one that starts in 3 minutes and send that out. So hopefully we'll have a few more people join, guys, and it will be starting in 3 minutes. I will be using. Actually, I made this one to watch games because I have the clock in it. So I'll transition to that one when it's time. But I'm really frustrated that my stream element isn't doing what it's supposed to do. I might have to toy with that while you guys are playing, just because I really wanted to get to work. I thought it was pretty cool. I really did. I thought it was pretty cool. So I don't know why it's not. Log in here, and I can even show you guys. I can even test it so you can see, and you can tell me if you think it's worth my time. But I thought it was going to be pretty cool. Oh, we'll see what you think. So let me get to where I have to go full screen down here again. All right, and it's not showing me what I want. Where's my Yeah, I don't see where it's joined. The bot is currently not in your chat. Okay, do I need the bot in my chat? That I need the stream element bot. I'll have to look that up. But it's supposed to have my overlays. Here we go. My overlays. And I have it right here. I say preview it. I'm going to try this out, guys. You can tell me. Firma's got a minute and 23, so let's see. And I'm getting nothing. Okay, that's not full. Try where, nope. I'm gonna try the edit button and see what happens. I don't need a design, I have one. Supposed to. Arg. Okay, now if I say emulate, watch this, it's gonna show it on the screen even. Look at that. Cool, that's what it's supposed to do. So I got it it says it's there. I copied the link and it's supposed to work, but yeah, I don't know why it's not. I don't know what to tell you guys. Grab the link, copied the link to my clipboard like I was supposed to, and I put it in my scene like I was supposed to. Yep, right in here. Pasted it in. Says it's good to go, and it's showing it's not, supposed to work. It didn't. So worry about that later. All right, we got 1 second. Tournament time. Oh, we ended up with 8. That means the top 4 go. With 8, the top half go. So good luck, everyone. I will be watching games. See, Flavio already qualified, but Magician, we might have new qualifiers, guys. The 8 that are in here seem to be new. Why do we only have 3 games started? One of them is late. Okay. So we're going to have Flavio and Krish were the only 2 that qualified last time. So if it keeps at this rate, we're going to have 2 new qualifiers at least. We could have more than that, but we're going to have at least 2 qualifiers because, right, we're going to have at least 2 new people. All right, let's go to watching games. so we can see the clock. I will edit that just a wee bit. And that way you can see who we're watching, although you guys are probably busy playing. You don't have time to look at who we're watching because you're supposed to be playing. And hopefully there's enough of a lag that nothing I say would help you whatsoever, right? That would be one of my minor goals. All right, so we have going on right now a nice game. You could see the names. I won't call them out so people won't be listening and going, "Oh, he's talking about me." Don't want to confuse or distract you. These are 10 plus 3, and that's the way we're going to run the whole tournament all the way through. So I think that'll stay that way. Yeah, I hope you do, Blizzard. And hey, if you win and you get over 1800, but then you lose some games the next week, you would still qualify. It's just it is the under 1800. But yeah, I'm good on you. 1799. Good job. Good job. And a lot of you might knock yourselves out of contention if you win. So it happens. Right? That's just a nature of the beast. No worries. Yes, TK. We're doing. You should help me analyze or commentate on these tournaments, TK. Because yeah, you won't be able to play, right? Gonna throw you on Discord or on Zoom, and you can help me commentate on these games. Maybe if you want to do that, happy to have a guest commentator, TK. So let me know if you want to do that. Hey, Brandon, how are you, my friend? Are you gonna play in the tournament? Not too late. You could join in. Yeah. Ooh. Tease me, TK. Tease me. You're making me want to go get some. Got to get some. So these two opponents, I think, both play a little slower than they should. Time management is definitely going to be one of the topics we're going to cover. We haven't covered it yet, but we will. Time management will be one. Right now, this week, we're working on how to transition to the middle game, when and how. So far, so good. They both seem to be playing their openings the way they like. Happy to see that. I was going to start. I will check my library. I think this will be fun. I will check my library, and I will be able to share with you guys my bookshelf, my chess bookshelf. We'll see how that goes. This is a good game. Not playing very fast, which they don't need to. You do want to get 3 games in usually. If you can win 3 games, I think you're kind of guaranteed in. And this is really great because this is how right. This is how tournaments really are. You only get as many games you could get in. You want to be in the top half. You don't need to win this, guys. You want to be in the top half. Now, the candidates tournament will be a Swiss style arena. So you won't be playing as many games as you can. Everybody's going to play the exact same number of games, and the candidates figure out who our candidate is to play for the championship. So far so good. Let's check another game. We could check the top board, and Flavio is not the top player. It looks like it's Blizzard Tech, though he has a different name on Lichess. What do you mean? Are you allowed to use your chessboard while you're playing the game? So you're not allowed to use anything that would help you as an outside influence. So you can't have a book open. You cannot look up moves on the computer. You cannot use your phone computer. All of that is cheating. You can't have like a loved one that plays chess tell you good moves. That's cheating. So basically, but if you like to make the move on your chessboard and even move pieces around, I don't know. That's a good question because you can't move the pieces around on the computer screen. Now you can click on it, right? I think in Lichess, if you click on it, even though you're playing them, I don't know. No, I think in Lichess you can't. It won't let you. It won't show you the possible moves, right? So as long as it doesn't show you the possible moves, so no, I would think you can't analyze it on the chessboard. You could do that in a correspondence game. Yeah. So you could You can look at it, but you'd have to be disciplined enough to look at it, decide on your move, and make you could make the move on your chessboard and then come over here and move it here without testing other lines, right? Because that's unfair. That would be cheating. And you can't do it in over the board chess either, in real life chess. So yeah, when you're playing a serious tournament online, you're not allowed to move pieces around on a separate board to see what would work. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, no, that would be illegal. I'm the tournament director, so I'm going to have to say that would be definitely illegal. Yeah. So now, if you had like the chessboard that Sudakus was going to buy, where he can, what was it? Where he can play the moves on the board and it'll move his piece on the computer, that would work. Because if you move it, it moves it, right? That you could do. But yeah, otherwise, no. Uh, while you're playing a game, tournament game, I don't think so. Like I'm clicking on pieces, and it won't show me legal moves for the players. Does it do it for you as you're playing in the game? I don't know. But even if it shows you legal moves, that's still different than allowing you to move it, move it, move it, and come back. You can do that in a correspondence game on Lead Chess. It's called analysis. And actually, I see they actually have the analysis board on this. So if you can click on the analysis board, go to the other board and try things out, and then come back and make your move. If Lead Chess allows it, then I would allow it for you to do it in real life. Because I see the analysis symbol on the clock. You see, I'm highlighting it up here in the top right of the clock. And I know that works for correspondence because, like, you could pre-move multiple moves. You can even say, if he does this, 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 if he does this, I do this. If he does this, I do this. You could go through all that. So, yeah, that would be interesting. So, Brandon, we'd have to see what you're talking about. Okay, so yeah, if that analysis is not there, then I would have to say no, you can't do it on your on a sideboard either, right? Because it's giving you an unfair advantage over someone else who may not have a physical chessboard played on. Yeah, and some people playing on their phone, some people are, so no, you can't do that. You got to do it up here. Same thing in a over the board game. You can't get up, walk over, get to a Skittles board, and work out your moves. It'd be nice. I'm sure people have tried it or done it before, but it shouldn't be legal because you're using um, something outside of that game to analyze it. But I'm sure people have tried it. I'm sure people have tried. I'll have to look it up in the rule book to see if you could walk away, sit down at a Skittles board, and do it. Now I know you when they used to adjourn games, right? A game is taking a long time, so they adjourn the game. You during the adjournment would go and analyze it to death, and you saw that in the Netflix show Queen's Gambit, where the Russians were teaming together to figure out how to beat Beth Harmon, and that was pretty accurate too. Because now Americans can do it too; everyone can do it, but it's the Russians. It was their tournament, and most of these people didn't have seconds helping them out. But that was the idea. The tournament link, if you go to the, I can get it for you, but if you go to the, actually, if you go to the team, it'll be there listed. So first thing is there's the link again for joining the team. But if you're already in the team, all you have to do is go to the tournament and you'll see it. So let me go grab that for you. I can put that in the link. You of course have to be in the stream. Oh, actually, it's right here at the top. No, it's not. Let me go back to the tournament. It'll be this way. There you go. I think I'm allowed to put links in there for you. So that's the tournament if you want to watch it or play in it. Let's see. Math Man is on board. He's at 1796. Guys, we have a 1796 and a 1799 playing in the under 1800 high level players for this tournament. It's like maxing out the level for this tournament. So that's I find that pretty cool, guys. Pretty cool. Math Man is being aggressive. I like it. He usually is. Plays good chess. I like his chess. Very aggressive. And he's over 200, well, 250 points over his opponent. So even though Lichess and chess.com, their ratings aren't, very equal in the way they do it, but you should still figure out if you're a certain number of points over your opponent, that should mean that you're basically that much better than your opponent, regardless of it being Lichess or chess.com. But as I told you guys, I've been surprised at 1800s that don't know endgame at all. I mean, not a clue of how to play a king and pawn endgame. Totally no clue. No clue. So, so besides my frustration, oh, we got somebody else wanting to join the team. Let's get them in there. Right? And TB, yes, please join for live stream. TK, love to have you in there. Because we will have other tournaments. In fact, if you guys ever tell me a tournament you want to have, we can I will happily hold the tournament. Maybe I'll even get to play in some of them sometimes. Okay, so this game is still going on? Oh my goodness, yes. Yes, but hey, and Creative Minds does get into time trouble. They're only 5 points separating these two players, guys. Let me fix my clock a little bit so you can even see better. But there's only 5 points separating these two players. How close they are in rating. That's that's pretty wild when you think about it. 5 points separating them. 5 points. All right, now here's my title. The 1800 qualifier. This is the second qualifier, by the way. Got to make that a little bit smaller. There we go. The fly. I love doing things on the fly. I just don't like that my alerts aren't working as nicely as I had intended. Worked on it to get these really neat looking things, and yeah, there you have it. Oh, 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 let's go. Let's see where this game is going. It's going to be a very close game based on time. Material looks pretty equal. Let's see. Black has sacrificed a pawn somehow. Black has sacrificed one pawn. Okay. Black is down a pawn, but otherwise looking healthy for the moment. We'll see how long that lasts. Possible issues. Ah, had a chance. Had a chance to grab more material. See that? You grab that material, then this would have been uncovered. Confused. Confused. I'm not naming names, and I'm going to another game, so no one can say they're stream sniping and getting ideas. Hey, Chris. Hey, Booty Bandit. Not sure about that name. But since we're feeling pretty piratey here, I'm okay with it. I like the bandit part. Booty being a lot of money. Happy with that too. Take what you can, give nothing back. Magician is fighting back pretty well, guys, for 1544. Fell into a fork. But nothing, don't give up, right? Look at this. A little bit of a counter attack. Maybe not enough to get the job done, but I like to try and could have went for another one. Could have went here and attacked another one. That would stop him, but all right. Still in this game. And they both have a lot of time. Both have a lot of time. So it's not looking really good for one over the other at the moment. Let's see. We have 1, 2, 3 versus 1, 2, 3. So no worries there. And we still have 2 covering and only 2 attacking. And now we get a pawn. And this is a standard move, guys. This is like basic chess. basic chess. I'm not going to say it out loud, but it starts with a B and ends with an E. Hey, did it. So blockading past pawns. This is Nimzovich. This is Nimzovich. This is my system. Aaron Nimzovich. Look him up, read him, learn him. That's what that is. This game is very close, but our top rated guy is really low on time, and Flavio is playing him great. Flavio has been playing really well lately. Been very impressed with Flavio, and we still only have 3 games going, so I don't understand why it hasn't paired whoever isn't playing. So King, and who else is not playing? King and Entix. Oh no, Entix played. Why isn't King playing? I don't understand. But he would be playing Entex, and Entex already played. So that's what happens when we get this bad timing on joining. So that's probably what threw that off a little bit. So you guys can still join. You got players waiting to play. So if any of you join, if you can, yeah, you can get right in. Is who here, Chris? Entex? He's in the tournament, and yes, he's here. And King is here, and he's in the tournament, but he's not. He doesn't have a game. So you join the tournament, you'd probably be playing him. Yeah, King, you definitely can play. Yeah, I don't know why aren't you in there, Chris? You were actually qualified last time, so that's one of the benefits of doing it. Oh, that game ended. Mathman did win it. I didn't see if he won it on time, but he did win that game. It was the one where he got up because of the fork of the rooks. This game is still going strong. Oh, it's getting close on time for both of them. A little getting low on time. Didn't want that, I guess. Don't know why he didn't want that. I have no idea why he didn't want that. Yeah, watch. You don't have to play. I'm just encouraging because I like the more the merrier. You definitely don't have to, right? Of course you don't. You know that. Do what you want. Yeah. I see. I don't. This is where I got to work with LLMP because I don't understand why he's taking so long, and then why he's not. Why he's ignoring this. This I don't understand. This should be something that doesn't take any time whatsoever to find. It should be like automatic. Like let's just eat that and go from there. I mean, right? You're down material. You're down material. Now this one's weak. But his opponent's down to 53 seconds. So he knows. Now I know he knows not to give his opponent time to think. Right? Don't play slow so that your opponent gains time on your clock. But he's doing it right now. He is doing it right now, guys. Now he's got this threat because he opened it up. I don't understand any of this. He opened this up. He voluntarily opened this up. Don't get it. Don't get it. Don't get it. Yes. Can't. Yes. Now here. Start moving. He's wasting time. Look at all this time he's taking, and I don't know why. I don't know what his thought process is that's taking him all this time. I'm thinking here and here and then here, pending. Takes this way, you can't. He also has this. Yeah, why? What? I don't understand. So we need to get better at time management. Definitely need to get better at time management. Just losing too many valuable seconds for no reason that I can figure out. No reason to figure out. Like right now. What? Yeah, what? Got to play the clock, guys. The clock matters. Clock is a factor. Clock is a big part of the game. Need to include the clock in your calculations of how 5 whole points separate these two. And he's ahead on time, but he's letting him catch back up. All right, this one's going to hurt. I don't. At least that move was made with time, right? In a timely fashion. I like that much better. Got to get the pieces moving. Got to get the pieces moving. Keep him out of here. Keeps him out of here. It already is. Yeah. But now just gave him all those on it, and you could have here and had that problem. Have not had that problem. I'm tempted just to watch this one because it's so exciting. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's hanging. Oh my goodness. Come on. Move. Gotta move. Almost down to gotta move. Taking too much time. He's giving him back time. Look at all the time he's giving him back. Take. Come on. Speed it up. Can't do it. No, he can do it because that doesn't matter. No, he just can't take here because. Okay. He does it anyway. Oh, nice. I didn't even see that. Nice. And that's just free candy. Free candy. Let's go. What are we waiting on? He knows he has to do that to save it. Be a no-brainer, guys. Don't know what the hesitation is. And I had no clue what the hesitation was there. I don't know what this is either. I was wondering what was going on. I was seriously wondering what in the world is going on. Multiple choices now. Starting with a check. Oh, and look at this. He dropped it. He dropped it. Oh my gosh. He dropped it. He basically dropped it. And then he got it back. And now he's still turning away on the clock. Really got no bad moves. Just has to move. Except for that move. He could bring it back still. He has enough time to find it. He has 22 seconds. But he's not making life easy on himself. It's going to end up with being a draw through repetition. You watch. Or worse. Ah! Could end up getting mated out here. And it's a draw through repetition. Oh my gosh, guys, that hurt. That hurt watching that. All right, let's see what's going on here. Xtol. Oh, let's see against the Blizzard. Solid game, it looks like. Let's see. 4 minor pieces. 4 minor pieces. Looking interesting. Yeah, dropped his queen, just missed it. A lot of times, a lot of you do play too fast, and then you play too slow at other times. It's poor time management. Play fast when you should play slow, and you play slow when you should play fast. How's that? So that happens to everybody, I guess, to a degree. Me included. Me included. I confess, I'd be one of those people. And look, Blizzard is now 1816, so Blizzard wouldn't be able to play in this tournament next week. Yeah, it's your highest rating for the week or something. So, but that's good. That's good for you guys. If you want to improve your rating, you're trying to get high. If you're using that as one of your measures of success, you want to play players higher rated than you. When, Chris? You don't know. You mean you don't know if you ever play too slow? That might be. Maybe you always play too fast. That's possible. I don't see that as being cocky at all or braggadocio. I don't see it as that. No, I mean if that's true, it's true. Some people play too fast all the time and don't play too slow. I just think in general we're going to find that people do both. This is good. Ntix is getting a good match. Let's see who else we have up. Still don't see King is still doesn't have a game. I don't know what's going on with that. See, King 0 games played. Maybe he's not actually here because it shouldn't pair him. So I'm gonna think King joined the tournament like ages ago and is not actually here. That's gonna be my guess. King is not here. And if we don't have 7 players, then I'm only taking the top 3. I mean, if we only have 7 players, I'm only taking the top 3. So you have to actually have 8 players, not 8 people signed up. So just so you guys know, we might not get a 4th in. Ah, okay. He joined early and just hasn't been in here yet. Understand. All right. We see another birds opening. We see another birds opening. Time management is the only thing LLMP needs, and he's got it this week and next week to still qualify. He needs time management because his game is pretty solid. I like what he does most of the time. His gameplay is fine. It's just his time management is killing him. Killing him. I mean, killing him. Hey, he's got to spot those traps, right? Same thing. Discovered attacks. Oops. Discovered attacks. Can't take back here. That would kill you. So this is hanging. So what is he going to do about it? Like the $1,000 question. What is he going to do about it? Nothing. Oh, no, he protected it. Okay. He protected it. I like it. That works. Hey, he needed to protect it. That's like, it was paramount. And he found a way. I don't know how much time he took, but he found a way. Right now, it looks like Mathman has the edge on him. He's beaten him more times. But LNP has beaten Mathman, so it's definitely possible. Not like it's impossible. Impossible. Again, I don't know why the overthinking. You have two main choices. I guess you have 3 choices if you're willing to give away the material. I didn't think that was. I didn't think that was one of the things he wanted. I have no clue. I don't think that was a good sacrifice. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Don't think it was a good sacrifice. My gut says no. Could be wrong. Been wrong many, 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 many times before. And I'm feeling like that was not a solid sacrifice. I'm going to even assume it wasn't even a on purpose sacrifice. Okay, we're back to 2 pieces backing. This doesn't help. All right, I think that's not looking good. Let's see. Check out the N-Tex game. That one's in the end game now. Still, both of them have way over 5 minutes, and they're well into the end game. And the pawns are just getting taken off the board. They're falling away as we speak. Hmm. Fun, huh? Interesting. Just a mistake. That is just a mistake. Yeah, that's just a bad move. Again, this is our 17.99 Blizzard giving away free candy. We didn't need to do any of that. He had a place to go. Easy breezy, protect everything. He could have just taken that one, and these would have been a long time for him to be able to even attack one of them. He had it easy. Now, I'm not saying he's losing or going to lose. He's up a whole piece. But why are we making it hard? Why are we making it hard on ourselves? That's the part I don't get. Entex is not giving up. He's playing hard, and that's as he should. LLMP was in trouble last time I looked, and he didn't get out of trouble too much. He's still in trouble here. Material, 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 and he's down material. Nice try. Opponent has check though, unfortunately. And we go to a quick simplification and a fork of the two pawns. Either one you give up is going to be devastating. You have a minor piece that's very active behind your lines. Trap them, but it's not easy. Not easy. All right, that does not look good for LLMP this game, but I think it's time management overall for him. He needs to work on that. Let's check out the Flavio game against Magician. I think Magician was the one that just drew with LLMP last game. This is very interesting, guys. If we take the top, so we have 7 players, so we could take the top 3. And what do you do if the top 2 of the top 3 are 1800? In which case they don't qualify, right? They can't qualify. But so if they're 1800 and they don't qualify, then you only had 5 players in the tournament that could 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you would take the top 2 that's left. Wow. Okay. That's complicated. Yeah. So if you don't take the top because they're 1800s at the time of the tournament, now they were able to get in because they were like 1796 and 1799. But logically, right, it'd be unfair to say, oh, well, and yeah, you're in because they're over 1800 now. So if I did that, then it'll be the top 2 of the rest of the players. So everybody still has a chance here. They need to play hard. They got 25 minutes left. And okay, the LLMP wisely, I'd say, design that game because now he gets another solid game in where he has a chance. If he can win it, he can get up into those top 2 under 1800 players. So that's my thought there. He can do that. And again, it's really good that these higher rated players are playing anyway because they were under 1800, so it was legal. But it also gives us better competition. So everybody's getting better games. Oh, and LLMP, unfortunately, 7th man out. He is sitting out this game. He's got to hope for a quick loss or win by somebody. so he can get a game in there. That he's got to hope for that, guys. He's already played Magician. I'm pretty sure his first match was against Magician. Okay, so he's still, if Magician and Flavio, he should get a game against one of them once that game ends. Just his take, because it looks like it's pretty positive domination by Flavio, but he got Lichess, 1800 on Lichess. And it won't let you, I don't think it'll let you play if you don't have a static or stable Lichess rating. Because I did make it under 1800, so it won't know if you're under 1800. How you doing anyway, Tiger? Thank you for the follow. I don't know if I said thank you yesterday. My alerts were not working. They're still not working today. At least not my fancy ones I tried to use. I am just so upset about that. You don't know. I can't tell you how upset I am about that. Um, we had a nice lesson yesterday with Mr. Breadcrumb, and we have a list. And just in case anybody wants to get on that list, and I actually have it in my About page now. I like that too. So there's the information on that. And then here's the information on the tournament tonight. Oh, yeah, then you can't. No, no, nope, you can't. Can't, my friend. All right, so Black resigned, which should get, that'd be nice for a lot of them. Let's see, Flavio, and Flavio already qualified, but that doesn't matter. If Flavio is was one of the top two, then that slot is just lost, right? We don't take the next person down. So it's still competitive because Flavio might want to keep people more, the less people playing in the candidates is better for him. So LLMP should get another game and another chance. Magician played 3 games. Let's see, LMP played 2. Creative Minds has only played 1, and he's in the middle of a game. And he's playing solid, looking good against Mathman. And Flavio's played 2, and Entix is playing against the highest rated. And so they're still going at it. Let's see, go take a, oh, that game just ended. I was just going to go look at it. Entix lost that game, okay. So Mathman's on a roll. He's on a streak. Both, I would imagine that the next game for him, if they finish, will be against. Would have been against. It would have been against. What's his name in here? Blizzard Tech, but I don't think it's going to be because he just started the game, so he's not going to get in there. All right, let's see this one because Magician and both LLMP. LLMP has 1 draw, 1 loss, and Magician has 3 losses. So we'll see how they do. They're going to be, they seem to be about, yes, 1564, 1537. That's 3 of them that are in the 1500s. So this is excellent because this is really kind of designed for their level, right? That's what we're trying to do is give them a chance to have a little fame, a little glory, and play for a world championship. Or my world championship. Get the idea. Magician's playing pretty solid. And it looks like Ellen Plee is playing his, he's playing the same version of the Dutch. So he's consistent. One thing's, you guys, you got to learn how to be flexible. So this is a move that you always want to get in on the Dutch if you can. And his opponent did not stop him and still hasn't stopped him. So you wonder, why isn't he should get that move in. That's like a prime move that you want if your opponent allows you to have it. But he's only trying to do the moves that he knows for the opening instead of taking advantage of a misstep for the most part by his opponent. So he should get that in there, but I don't think he's going to. No, he doesn't. He goes for the Stonewall setup instead. So he had a chance to get the E5 square, which is usually the death knell for opponents against the Dutch, but he didn't take advantage of. I think he should have. Could have gotten this in first. That would have been fine. Keeping any pieces off of here after he pushes, but he should have went for it. That's just my opinion. I play the Dutch too, so that's how I played anyway. And I usually don't play this variation with the fianchetto. I do play the Stonewall though, but it's kind of weird because he's mixing the Stonewall with the fianchetto, so the interesting variation. Variations. All right, guys, I got a half an hour left to the tournament, 18 minutes to the play. Then we can go over some games. Maybe I'll get a game or two in, maybe not. We'll see. This is standard also that pawn is trouble. You can't do this because you drop the pawn. So normally you're moving here or here. And but you protect the pawn so that then you can move here. This is also a very common move. But again, the amount of time he's taking on move 10. On move 10, this is what I would consider too much time. On move 10, he should know his plans at this point without that much time being lost. I just think it's too much. So again, I like this and this. That's the general plan that he should be working on. So again, it shouldn't be taking him this much time. Bottom line is you should know your opening well enough. If people are playing into your opening, you should be able to do that. Oh, good, excellent, Blizzard. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, it was the viewers actually. So I usually did an arena tournament on Mondays, and it was based on the concept. So we would be looking for transitions to the middle game during this time. But that was it. That was all we would do. But the viewers decided, chat decided, hey, we should do a world championship because the candidates was going on. So we're going to do a candidates. We're doing a qualifier every month, followed by a candidates on the fourth Monday. So first 3 Mondays we get our pool of candidates, and then on the fourth Monday we actually play the candidates tournament, and then that same Friday, the fourth Friday, we have the world championship match. So I think that's pretty cool. They came up with it. I love the idea, and love it. So we're going to be doing that, and I get to commentate, analyze, and I can't wait because when we do the candidates, it's going to be much more serious. It's a Swiss system, not an arena tournament. And then after we do that one, the World Championship is going to be very serious. We are serioso. Okay, got questions here. What do you want to do? Yeah, looks like free candy. I was counting free candy. I was counting this as free candy. I think it is. I don't know if I'm missing anything. That looks like free candy. So, does he take? Why wouldn't he take? Yeah. Takes with check. Was a good start. Rid of that piece, even though that piece is not doing anything whatsoever. You might not even get rid of it. You might let it live if you have something better. I don't see anything too much better. I do see other things coming. So, anything good that you could do. This is dangerous. Be protected. So this would be the only one you'd have to worry about. That's pretty playable. You might decide to do that, folks. You might decide to do that, folks. Or just play Chase the King, because this one is doing nothing right now. And for the foreseeable future, will continue to do probably nothing. So do you want to bother with even getting rid of it? Maybe you do. I mean, you could clean up a lot of this and be ahead. And now is a good time. Now he's taking time to think this through. That makes total sense to me. This is a good time to think hard about all of it, right? Because I mean, it looks like you take here possibly, and then this is weak, but it's protected. But this one's weak. Got both of those going for you. Still got this hitting here. Got possibilities of this. This is in your way. There's still there's a lot going on here. Still interesting. I think either one of these is playable. Might simplify too soon. Not down any material. Could do this one. So that one's protected. Only get to here next. So you could just take there. Take back. So you still have this sitting here. You have this come in here. Wow, guys, that could be good. That could be good. Would have to come back here. I don't know. Okay. Okay. I don't like it. Still don't like it. Okay. I mean, his opponent did not find it. Just takes. He's fine. Opponent did not find it. That's running out of room, guys. Got 12 minutes, 57 seconds. They have more than that combined. So this game could theoretically not even count. They're not careful. Could end up not be dead. All right. So the problem still exists. And he's using up a lot of time. I think he thinks he might have a mate here somewhere, and he might just need to make good moves. That's an interesting move, because this ain't going to happen. This ain't going to happen, guys. Impossible, right? Impossible. I still not convinced it was the right move. I was actually thinking of this. Then if he takes, he would have had check here. And then he would have had, oh, he would have had so many different possibilities. Very interesting situation. Still is. And he's killing his clock. And he's not finding mating moves. So he's finding decent moves. But he's taking way too much time. Way too much time. He needs to move. He really does. That's time. I told you guys it's time management. You think about it, he used up almost 4 minutes for what I can't see yet. I don't see it as beneficial yet. And he's still taking time. Burning a lot of time. Interesting one to watch. I will say I have a personal investment in it. Ooh, Flavio and Entix. And Flavio is still playing solid as he has been. He's that's with queenside, got a nice pawn wedge up here. Entix is looking good too, though. Oh, this is a pretty even game, and even look at the time, very close on time. Hey, jumping back again. These are only two games going on right now. Now we got a rook move over. Protecting the pawn. What do we get? So what's the threat here? Nothing. Like this. Like that a lot. I don't know what else he's contemplating, guys. Again, he's used over a minute, and that's just a bad move. But he used over a minute to find this bad move. Bothers me that he's using over a minute to give away material. Now he's realizing it probably. Yeah, it's just I don't get it. Don't get it. Come here and you threaten a piece that's pinned, right? What do we do with a pinned piece, guys? We pile up on the pinned piece. Here, then you can even get this going. Pile up on the pinned piece. See where he ends up at. Pile up on the pinned piece. This is like basic. Basic. Gotta know this. You pile up on the pinned piece. He's missing that minor, and he's still taking a lot of time. He's had this piece pinned this whole time, and he hasn't ever attacked it. So. Ah, yeah, Blizzard. I know what that feels like. You want another game to end so you could get in one, and you are in there with Creative Minds. You are in there with Creative Minds. Right now, if the game ends right now, Ntix gets into the qualifiers. He qualifies for the candidates. Him and Flavio already has qualified. So in the 1800s, not even close to a loss. It looks like they're both on win streaks, and that's why, right? That's why they can't play in the tournament. Yeah, and in fact, Blizzard's up to 1841. So good competition there. Gonna have some good games to review later, guys. See, Trade of Queens happened. I didn't even get to see it, but we still didn't take care of business. He's taking. Look, why not free? Okay, but that's not free. It just runs back. Okay, he's gonna win it. He's gonna win that material. Hopefully, even this doesn't stop him from winning it. He could just back up. Has to back up. This has to back up. Gonna get back the piece, but he was taking this first threaten here. There's no good squares still. Again, clock. Come on. Come on. This should not take this long. He has two choices. I don't care which one. Yeah. Why? What is taking that long for that? It's either what I've heard 200 points, and now I've heard 250 as another option. So 200 or 250. Oh, that's odd. I mean, he had that. He didn't go for it. Don't know why, guys. Don't know why. Nope. 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 Don't know why he didn't. Just he had that. Yeah, 200 to 250. I've heard 250 recently, and I've heard 200. In fact, Sudakus and I want to put on a little tournament where we both like he's a chess.com player primarily, and we'd have him play a whole bunch of people with solid static um, lead chess ratings. And I am mostly a lead chess player. I would play against a whole bunch of his viewers that have chess.com ratings, and we'd see the difference, see how we do. That's what we thought would be a kind of cool tournament to have. So he still has to get out of these pins. Okay, nobody gets out of pins anymore. I don't. Wish somebody would explain to me why we're sitting in a pin that we could get out of by moving. And he's now down under a minute. Hmm. Hmm. And we're still not getting out of the pins, guys. This should be basic. Should be like the number one chore that we're going to do is get out of the pin. Still, thank you. And we waited till I don't know. Okay, I got to stop watching. I got to stop watching these games, guys. All right, you guys, your games will still go on after the 5 minutes are up, but if you're not done, it just won't count towards the tournament, just so you know. And so looking at it right now, the two 1800s don't qualify. So it'll be Flavio and Entex would be the two out of the five that we have that are playing left. That would be the halfway point. So we'd have two more, well, one new qualifier. So if Creative Minds could get a win, or if LLMP could get a win, one of them can jump over Flavio and qualify, but they have to do it in 4 minutes and 41 seconds. A win. A draw won't work. So Flavio just played against Entix, was it? Oh, okay. That's how Entix got you with the fork. Yeah, it looks like that's going around a bit. So the only one is Creative Minds. Let's say he is not looking like he's near ending this game anytime soon. I mean, he'd have to find a way to finish this game off really fast, and I don't see it. And the other one that has a chance would be LLNP, and he's actually, whoa, he's winning. He's got a queen. He's got to win this game in 4 minutes, guys. If he somehow I missed it. If he can win, if he can get this queen and win in 4 minutes, he wins the game. I mean, he can qualify, but he's got to move. Opponent's looking to cause trouble. Here. He needs to play. He's got 23 seconds. He's going to lose on time before he gets a chance to win this match, and he has to still win the whole thing in 3 minutes. Let's go. Let's go. What are we waiting on? Your clock is running. Your clock is running. You're down to 10 seconds. Why is it taking you that long? Right. Go. Go. You only have one legal move. Come on. Thank you. Yes, now you're in trouble. Come on, move. Let him get a queen. Move. You only have one legal move. Let's go. He's going to mate him. Oh my gosh. He had a queen. He let him get his pawn down too far. Oh, this is frustrating, guys. Oh, he found a good move. Oh, still mate. Ah. Oh, that's got to hurt. He was up a queen. He was up a queen, guys. Look at this. Look how slow this pawn is. Look how slow this pawn is. Right now, he could go here and then sacrifice the queen for the bishop. He could. Now he can't. Now he's too late because the check comes next move. Check comes next move. All right. Check comes next move. He can't make it any longer. He can't save it now. He waited. He waited. And then you looked, he took his time after that. Now, even this, yeah, that just fails. Yeah, he waited too long. His queen is out of play. His queen cannot get back. Queen cannot get back. His queen cannot. So he had it. He had it. He was there. But this move right here, he just needs to say, I'm going to take this guy off. He'll take back. He puts his king here, and then the pawn runs, and he's got the only king, and he could pre-move half of those moves. Time management, guys. Time management. All right. It does happen in text. It does. All right. We got 1 minute and 31 seconds left in the tournament. We only got one game left. Flavio and Mathman should be starting. And this game would have to end for Creative Minds, would have to win it. And he has to win it in less than 2 minutes. Can he do something in less than 2 minutes? It's not looking good, guys. Not for a win. He's first of all, well, he's not losing. He's got equal material. Pawn's in danger, but he's got equal material. Didn't want to check that way. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Obviously, he can't take. Obviously, he can't take. Needs to develop his pieces. His pieces still haven't been developed. Ah, 26, 25. Yeah, I don't think this game is going to end in 22 seconds. Don't think so. All right. And we have people pausing out. Entex is in. Entex is in. He qualifies today. He is in the candidates pool. That makes 5 in the candidates pool now. 5 in the candidates pool. Guys, he's Entex is in. Good job, Mathman. Good job, Blizzard Tech. Very good job. You guys definitely played as if you were the strongest players in the tournament, and you played up to your rating. Good job. All right, so we have a new qualifier, and it will be Entex. Entex will be our new qualifier. I will be adding that to the stream. So one of the things we talked about today, and let's just go grab a game. Go grab an Entex game. He won 2, lost 2. So let's grab his win against Flavio, because Flavio also registered. So let's just see what we get to when we talk about, again, transitioning transitioning to that endgame, right? Flavio was interesting, moved the bishop up multiple times, but gives his opponent a weakness. But then look, how many pawns? Now, yeah, I know. This is in vogue, right? This is the new thing. This is what everybody wants to do. Throw Harry um, as GM Simon Williams says, throw Harry into the mix. Get Harry out there. My daughter is saying this now. My 15-year-old is saying this now. Oh, you want to play me? Oh, wait, would love to play you. Oh, Blizzard play Mathman. Yeah, you never got a match against them? It just didn't happen timing wise because it should have paired you guys. And so we're already into the middle game by far, right? So white hasn't finished developing. He's got 2 pieces left to develop. And black opens up this and attacks in the center. Black has 1 piece to develop. White has 2. Black is castled, so black is definitely ahead in development. And so he launches the knight out, 2 pieces attacking the pawn, quite valid. And white does nothing about it. So white doesn't protect. Could have protected with the pawn. I know it's not pretty. Not pretty. We got weak spots, but I didn't choose this. You did. So this is totally logical. Protect the pawn. Don't give it away for free, but the pawn is given away for free. And so that's the first free piece. And now, oh, look at this. Nice little counterplay. Maybe. Kind of risky. I would think we'd be taking here, which is what happened. See, and this is where sometimes, guys, we're too eager to take back. White is too eager to take back. He has a very solid in-between move, that black has to deal with, and then he can always take here, right? Take your time, guys, when you have it. So black can only go to one of these 2 squares. I haven't even looked at it, but black can only go to these 2 squares. You could take check. You still ignore this, right? You could take with check. White could take back, and you don't get, it seems like your momentum's gone. You could take check this way. He takes this way, you take back with the queen, and you still don't have to take this yet. Now you get this check. He moves underneath. I'm feeling pretty good about my chances, right? I feel at least I'm being, now I could finally take the bishop. Finally take the bishop. You don't see anything good after this check, Flavio? Anytime I can force him into one of 2 moves and it doesn't cost me anything. It did not. My queen was here. Now my queen is much closer to the king. I automatic. I wouldn't even think about it. This would be automatic. And then after this, okay, so you like king to h8 instead? Okay, I'm game. We could go this way, right? My only thing is I don't want to let him take. I don't want to release the pressure. So if he goes to king to h8, we check first. He only has 1 legal move, and then we take. And then we take. Right? And now the king is stuck. It can't go anywhere. If the knight moves, it's mate. I'm liking this. I'm liking this. I'm not saying it's a 1 game, but what does black do? The knight can't move. The rook has no scope. The queen has no scope. The rook has no scope. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, Flavio, and it stems from right here. So we'll get back to it, right? This is a basic thing that we've talked about many times. When you're attacked, you have multiple things. You can put something in between, can't put anything in between a pawn. You can protect the piece. Well, that pawn is protected 3 times. So it's not the protection that we're worried about. We can take the piece. Yes, we could. If we take it, he gets to take, we take back, and he ends up winning material and being very scary still. Very scary still. So he did what we say is probably the most dangerous choice, which is to attack something of equal or greater value. And he's not interposing because this is the piece that was under attack. Right? All right. So you did the right thing. You take the piece. He takes now. You can take the piece. That's 90% of the time the right thing to do. But the risky choice, which is the best choice when it works, almost always the best choice if it works, and you just have to make sure it works, you have a check. You always look for checks, captures, and attacks. This is a check. You could take this later. Check, he has to answer the check. And as you saw, you pick where he goes. He goes here, you have a check by taking here. If he goes here, you have a check by going here. Now his king is stuck. His knight can't move. And now you just take the bishop, and life is good because now I don't know. I have no clue how he's going to find game. I seriously don't know what he's going to do to try to find game. Okay, we can castle this way so we get multiple pieces coming at him. We want to get rid of the rook, so we're going to look for ways to do that. This move looks really scary. Maybe not. Maybe we. I don't know. I don't even want to. I haven't thought about it, so I don't want to jump at something. This pawn could be kind of scary to lose. But boy, I want to just get this rook in here. I really do. And in fact, maybe we don't even castle, right? Maybe we just bring the rook over. And if he comes here, attacking here and here and here and here, and you just go, okay, grab something. Be my guest, grab something. Then when I get this rook here, boom, he goes, he's checkmated. Maybe. Um, maybe we just throw that pawn. He still can't take. The queen could take, though. So I don't like it. Right? Queen could take. With this move, it stops the pawn. If he doesn't do this move, then we could throw that pawn in for the next move too. I just think you're way ahead. I just think you're way ahead. Beautiful. That would have been so beautiful. That would have been so beautiful. And you think about it, you don't have to think too hard, right? These are easy moves. This is where I want to work with you guys on time management because these are easy moves. This is just a check. I just found the check. I'm just going to make a check move. I'm not going to worry about anything else. I got a check. I throw a check in there. See what happens. So you throw the check in, he moves back. Yeah, there's another check. All you have to do is choose which one. And this one, you kind of get the feeling he's going to run away. So I don't want him to run away. So I'll check him this way. Guess what? He can't go there, can't go there, can't take. Well, he could, but that'd be okay too because we get the knight. And it's still with check. So we still get to take this piece. As long as we're saying check, we get to take that piece. So we get to say check. He only has one move. And now, since I've run out of checks, I'll take the bishop. He wants to move. We also have moves like this because then I'm threatening to come here. And then the queen in that means checkmate again. He can't even get a rook over here because we just take it. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. I mean, seriously, this is gorgeous. Because we're threatening to come here, and even then, if he takes when we have a rook here, that's still mate. This is just, it's giving me goosebumps. It's so pretty. Oh, you're welcome, Flavia. I didn't know it was going to be this much fun of a game to look at, but man, oh man, oh man. Look for checks, guys. Look for checks. And Flavio, the main key is right here. Is always I'm curious, how much time did you take between moves? So you took with the pawn, nice move. He took, you had 934 when he took. You then, remember it's a +3. You had 846. So you did take your time. You took basically over a minute, Flavio. Very good use of time. Just didn't find the right move, but you picked the right time to spend the time. And so that's good job. Good job. But yeah, we need to look for checks. It might not be an easy one to see, but you got to look for checks. By the way, you could have even went for this. And you go, wait, he gets to save the bishop. Okay, where's he going to go? And he could go here. That could be, I guess, good. But then I'm going to win the bishop for the two. But he just took a piece, right? Yeah, this isn't as good. Because if he took here, then you could get here. And then I think you have mate next move. So yeah, if he takes here, this is done for. Can't go here, can't go. Right? Oh, it's not mate. It's just a nice check. Okay, just a nice check, and then you can still take the bishop. But the one I don't like with taking the pawn, he'd have to find it, is squeezing this way. I like that. That's for him. That would be pretty annoying. And it's not really. This isn't a big threat because the rook. But if we could have gotten this check in and then pushed it, that would have been nice. So yeah, I think the best move is still the check here. Look for those checks. Ah, okay. Yeah. Well, hey, if you saw the first move, my tip to you is if it's a forcing move. Oh, wow. Sorry, guys. Totally didn't mean to do that. If it's a forcing move, then take it. You don't have to calculate anything else. It's a forcing move. The king has to move. And even if you think one of these might save his king, so what? Your queen is still in a better position than back here. Okay, so even if you don't know what to do next, if it's a forcing move, it's a check, right? That's pretty much the only forcing move, guys, unless you're threatening mate. Even then, you might have miscalculated. But this is a forcing move. And if you saw this forcing move, just make it. Even if your next move after this is taking the bishop, it's still better here than it was here. And so you make the move, he moves, and then you go, do I have another forcing move? Yeah, I got another forcing move. Do I have another forcing move? Yeah, I have another forcing move. Do I have another forcing move? No. If I go here, check, he moves, and his rook will be attacking me. And then I'd have to move here to try to do a forcing move. So no, I'm out of forcing moves. Now I can take the bishop. Okay. Cool beans, guys. Good games. Good games. Taking what you can, giving nothing back. I'm liking it. That's doing great. All right. That's I think that's enough for one night. Wow. So we got a new qualifier. Entex. Entex has qualified for the World Championship Candidates Tournament. Flavio already did qualify, but he would be second qualifier. But you don't get to, it's not like you get two chances. So Entex will be added to our board for qualifiers. You guys that didn't make it, you have another chance next week, our last chance for the month of May. And we're going to have a world championship. And May is the inaugural world championship because we're going to take the top two of the candidates tournament. And that Friday, they're going to play a championship match. After that, whoever is the champion doesn't have to qualify, doesn't have to play in the candidates. In fact, they can't play in the candidates. They can play in the qualifiers. They won't play in the candidates. And then they will just sit back and wait and watch on Monday. They can analyze, they can commentate with me. And then on Friday, whoever comes out of the candidates pool on that third Monday will play the champion. And if the champion wins, he just stays the champion as long as he doesn't get over 1800. If he gets over 1800, then the same technique that happened last time, we'll have two candidates play for the championship, for the champion, for being the champion. Now, does that mean you should like throw games and not play well and get your rating low? No, don't do that. Don't do that. If all of you, if we lift everyone up and everyone that has played in this tournament, if everyone that has played in this tournament gains 100, 200 points, I'll just raise the bar to 1900. So no worries. We want you to improve. This is an incentive for you to play hard and improve. So if the majority of all of you climb up to 1800 and getting close to 1800, and then we'll just bump it up to 1900. Then we'll bump it up to 1000, and soon we'll bump it up to where I can play. That'd be a great goal. I'd be so happy if you guys were the same rating as me. I'll go find a whole lot of other beginners to help because you guys would no longer be beginners. You'd be that strong club A or expert level player. That's my goal for you guys. All right, let's find somebody to raid. Love raiding. Raiding. Even I don't care if we only have one person. We should raid. GM Ashley has 487 people watching him play. But you know what? I like GM Ashley. Very good. Learn a lot. I am still always going to. We will still raid the people that are played in our Mayhem tournament. Right? We still want to support them. So Bolt is not online. And so that leaves me with GM Ashley. Like I said, I like him. If Flavio has someone that he recommends, because man, he finds us players for the tournaments. He finds people for one-on-one lessons. Last shout out for that. Don't forget that. If you want a lesson. But Flavio is my man. All props to Flavio. Our Mayhem tournament existed a lot because of him. All right, Flavio has no one. I'm going to tell you what. You go watch Jim Ashley. I like him. You learn from him. I learn from him. He's a New Yorker, so I like that too. He doesn't mess around. He's got some fun stuff he does. But
Look,
let's
if your
go
last
raid
care
him.
was a guy, you'd leave him tomorrow.
And I think you guys,
Not
if
very
you have
flexible.
never seen him,
Not very
especially if you've never seen
You
him,
deserve better.
give him a
This could
chance.
be
Check him out.
Now
See
we have
what you
unlimited
think.
for just $30
He's
a month.
different than me.
$30.
He's more like
I'm your number
Gotham
one
Chess
customer
in your
satisfaction.
faceness. But I like his style. He's very 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 smart. I mean,
Xfinity Internet
look at him.
customers
I mean, he
switch to
looks
Xfinity
smart,
Mobile
right?
and get
He's
unlimited with
just
5G
smart.
included for $30 on the nation's
You'll
fastest,
like him.
most reliable network.
All right, it says he'll be right back. I don't know what he's doing at the moment. Oh, there he is. All right, let's raid him. Let's go. Let's go. A raid of GM Ashley. I've never raided him before.
And I just saw.
So I'm gonna go with you.
Actually,
all right.
looking,
So we'll go together.
I just saw that I just crossed 29,000 followers. Literally, whoop, just tripped over it. I was looking and just tripped over it. Thank you, Grandpa.